Chapter 1: The Changing of the Guard. In 2023, Nikola Jokic, the Serbian sensation, hoisted the NBA championship trophy, his face beaming with pride. This moment marked a pinnacle for international players in the NBA, a trend years in the making. Fast forward to 2024, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown lead the Boston Celtics to their 18th title, reasserting American dominance in the NBA. This back and forth between international and American stars has become the new norm in the league. The NBA landscape has shifted dramatically over the past decade. Gone are the days when American players monopolized the spotlight. Today, the league is a global showcase of talent, with players from every corner of the world making their mark. But what does this mean for the future of basketball? Is this international influx a passing phase or a fundamental change in the sport? As we delve deeper into this phenomenon, we'll uncover surprising trends and challenging long-held assumptions about the game. Chapter 2: The Numbers Game. Let's break down the numbers, because they tell a compelling story. In the last 5 seasons, international players won 4 out of 5 MVP awards. That's a staggering 80% of the league's most valuable players born outside American soil. Names like Giannis Antetokounmpo and Nikola Jokic have become household names, not just in their home countries, but across the basketball world. The All-NBA first-team selections paint a similar picture. International players have consistently occupied 40% of these prestigious spots. Players like Jokic, Antetokounmpo, and Joel Embiid have become perennial selections, standing shoulder to shoulder with American superstars. When we look at NBA championships, the story becomes more nuanced. The 2023 title went to the Denver Nuggets, led by Serbian MVP Nikola Jokic. But in 2024, the Boston Celtics, spearheaded by American stars Tatum and Brown, reclaimed the trophy for the USA. This back and forth showcases the competitive balance between international and American talents. Diving into advanced stats reveals an intriguing battleground. In the 2022-2023 season, Nikola Jokic led the league in player efficiency rating, or PER, with an astounding 31.5, and in value over replacement player, VORP, at 9.0. However, American players like Joel Embiid and Giannis Antetokounmpo were hot on his heels, showcasing that elite performances knows no borders. These numbers raise intriguing questions. Is this international dominance a permanent shift or a temporary phenomenon? How are these changes impacting the way the game is played and perceived globally? Chapter 3: Skill Showcase. The influx of international talent hasn't just changed the demographics of the NBA, it's revolutionized the way the game is played. Let's break down some of the unique skills these players bring to the court. Nikola Jokic's passing ability has redefined the center position. His court vision and precision passing, honed in the team-oriented European style of play, have made him a triple-double machine. In the 2022-2023 season, Jokic averaged 9.8 assists per game, an unheard-of number for a center. Contrast this with Jason Tatum's scoring versatility. Tatum's ability to score from all 3 levels at the rim, in the mid-range, and from beyond the arc embodies the best of American basketball development. In the 2022-2023 season, Tatum averaged 30.1 points per game, showcasing his multifaceted offensive arsenal. Giannis Antetokounmpo brings a unique blend of size, speed, and skill that seems almost unfair. His ability to cover the length of the court in just a few strides and finish with power at the rim has made him one of the most unstoppable forces in NBA history. In the 2022-2023 season, Giannis averaged 31.1 points and 11.8 rebounds per game, numbers that speak to his dominance. Jaylen Brown, meanwhile, exemplifies the two-way player that American basketball has long valued. His lockdown defense, combined with his explosive offense, made him a key factor in the Celtics' 2024 championship run. Brown's ability to guard multiple positions and still contribute significantly on offense, 26.6 points per game in 2022-2023, highlights the versatility of top American talents. The clash of styles between international and American players has created a richer, more diverse NBA. But it also raises questions. How are these different approaches shaping the future of basketball strategy? And what can each group learn from the other? Chapter 4. The Development Debate. To understand the rise of international players, we need to look at how they're developed. The European model focuses heavily on fundamentals from a young age. Players spend countless hours drilling basic skills like passing, shooting, and footwork. Team play is emphasized over individual stardom, creating well-rounded players with high basketball IQs. Take Luka Doncic as an example. By age 16, he was already playing professional basketball for Real Madrid, one of the top teams in Europe. This early exposure to high-level competition allowed him to enter the NBA with years of professional experience under his belt. The American system, in contrast, has traditionally emphasized athleticism and individual skill development. The AAU, or Amateur Athletic Union Circuit, gives young players extensive game experience and exposure to college scouts. The NCAA system then provides a highly competitive environment that prepares players for the NBA. Players like Jason Tatum exemplify this path. Tatum honed his skills in high school and AAU basketball before spending a year at Duke University. This system allowed him to develop his individual talents and learn to perform under pressure in high-stakes college games. Both systems have their strengths and weaknesses. The European model produces players with excellent fundamentals and team-first mindsets, but may lack the athleticism and one-on-one skills valued in the NBA. The American system creates explosive athletes with strong individual skills, but sometimes at the expense of team play and basketball IQ. The success of both players from both systems in the NBA raises important questions. Should the American development system incorporate more elements from the European model? Are European teams already adapting to produce more NBA-ready athletes? The answers to these questions could shape the future of basketball development worldwide. Chapter 5. The Hunger Factor. Beyond skills and development systems, there's an intangible factor that plays a crucial role in the success of both international and American players: hunger. For many international players, making it to the NBA represents the ultimate dream. It's not just about personal success, but about representing their countries and proving themselves on the world's biggest basketball stage. This drive often translates into an incredible work ethic and determination to succeed. Giannis Antetokounmpo's story epitomizes this hunger. Growing up in poverty in Greece, basketball became his family's ticket to a better life. This background fueled his relentless drive to improve, leading to 2 MVP awards and an NBA championship. American players, while coming from a country where basketball is deeply ingrained in the culture, face their own set of pressures. They carry the weight of the USA's basketball legacy on their shoulders. With the rise of international talent, there's added pressure to prove that American players can still dominate the game they invented. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown's journey with the Celtics illustrates this drive. Despite facing tough competition from international stars, they led their team to the 2024 NBA Championship, showcasing the continued excellence of American-born players. The hunger to succeed, regardless of origin, pushes all these players to continually elevate their games. But it also raises questions. Does the source of this hunger, whether it's proving oneself on a global stage or living up to a national legacy, impact how players perform? And how does this hunger shape the competitive landscape of the NBA? Chapter 6. The Global Future. As we look to the future of the NBA, one thing is clear: the league is becoming increasingly global. The success of international players has spurred NBA teams to cast an even wider net in search of talent. Countries that were once basketball backwaters are now producing NBA-level talent. Australia has given us players like Ben Simmons and Josh Giddey. Canada produced back-to-back first overall picks in Andrew Wiggins and continues to develop stars like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. African nations are emerging as basketball powerhouses, with players like Pascal Siakam, Cameroon, leading the way. The global expansion of talent is changing the way NBA teams approach scouting and player development. Teams are establishing international scouting networks and even opening academies in countries like China and India. The NBA's Basketball Without Borders program, which hosts camps for top young players around the world, has become a pivotal part of the league's global development strategy. Including Pascal Siakam and Joel Embiid are alumni of this program. But as the game goes global, questions arise. Will we see a more diverse play style in the NBA as players from different basketball cultures enter the league? How will this global talent influx affect international competitions like the Olympics? And as basketball grows worldwide, could we see the NBA expand beyond North America in the coming decades? Chapter 7: The Balancing Act. The most successful NBA teams have found a way to blend international and American talents to create powerhouse rosters. The 2024 champion Boston Celtics are a prime example. While led by American stars Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, the team's success was also heavily influenced by international players like Al Horford, Dominican Republic, and Kristaps Porzingis, Latvia. This trend is visible across the league. The 2023 champion Denver Nuggets paired Serbian Nikola Jokic and Canadian Jamal Murray to great effect. The Dallas Mavericks have built their franchise around Slovenian wonder Luka Doncic, surrounding him with American talent. These diverse rosters bring together different basketball philosophies and skill sets, creating teams that can adapt to any style of play. The stats back this up. Teams with a mix of international and American players often see improvements in assists, team chemistry, and overall performance. Coaches are adapting to this new reality, learning to blend different basketball cultures and philosophies. It's no longer enough to understand the American style of play. Today's NBA coaches need a global basketball perspective. This balancing act extends beyond the court. NBA teams are becoming melting pots of cultures, fostering understanding and cooperation between players from diverse backgrounds. But it also presents challenges. How do coaches manage communication barriers? How do teams build chemistry between players from vastly different basketball backgrounds? As the NBA continues to globalize, mastering this balancing act may become the key to success in the league. The teams that can most effectively blend talents from around the world may be the ones hoisting championship trophies in the years to come. Chapter 8: The Verdict. So, are international players taking over the NBA? The answer isn't a simple yes or no. What we're seeing is a transformation of the league into a truly global entity. International players have undoubtedly risen to prominence, winning MVPs, leading teams to championships, and changing the way the game is played. But American players haven't faded away. They continue to excel, as evidenced by the Celtics' 2024 championship run. The real story here isn't about international dominance or American resurgence. It's about the NBA becoming a showcase for the best basketball talent in the world, regardless of origin. This global infusion of talent has made the game richer, more diverse, and more exciting than ever before. As we look to the future, the lines between international and American players may continue to blur. Second-generation immigrants, players with dual citizenships, and athletes who develop their games across multiple countries will challenge our notions of what it means to be an international or American player. The globalization of the NBA reflects larger trends in our interconnected world. Basketball, like many aspects of our culture, is no longer confined by national boundaries. The sport is evolving, driven by a global exchange of ideas, skills, and players. In this new world of basketball, the question isn't whether international players are taking over. The question is, how will this global melting pot of talent shape the future of the game we love? As fans, we're in for an exciting journey, watching the sport we love evolve in ways we might never have imagined. The ball is in play, and the whole world is watching. The game has changed, folks, and if the trends we've explored in this video are any indication, it will continue to change in exciting ways. Stay tuned, basketball fans. The future of the NBA promises to be a global spectacle unlike anything we've seen before.